All right, I'm still working on my camera angle. Let's do that. Welcome, good morning. It is still this amazing new moon energy, so let's drop in as we arrive here to the new moon energy. Place your feet directly below your shoulders, knees soft, and feel that your hips are really supported above your feet. So there's this sense of connection, bones stacking, feet to knees. The knees being slightly bent actually helps with the bone stacking. When our legs are straight, the hips want to push forward and the knees back. So when you soften your knees, think of it as bringing your hips right over your feet and then send that energy of the tailbone down to connect to the earth. Relax the body, relax the mind, and take your hands in front of you. Relaxing the shoulders, imagine that you are holding the beautiful new moon in Pisces between your hands. The moon will still be in Pisces until later today. And when the moon shifts into Aries later today, there's going to be a powerful, fiery energy of starting, of action, of getting things moving. So tune in right now to the energy of potential in this space between your hands. Begin to breathe nourishment into this space of potential, keeping your hands connected. Inhale and extend, increase the space, expand the space between your hands. Exhale, coming together. Feel that this movement is initiated from under your armpits. So there's just a floating, feeling like your shoulders are floating in their sockets, and the breath is floating your arms open. Keep the movement as soft and relaxed as you can, really focusing on this energy of potential between your hands. The arms are mirroring the belly, so the belly is expanding, the space between the arms and hands is expanding. And each time you relax back to center, see that energy of potential growing stronger. And just take a moment to focus your awareness on the intention of what you would like to utilize this potential for as we shift into action later today and tomorrow. And now we're going to continue this focus and take it a little deeper. Where is this intention affecting you in your physical being? Tune in as you're pulsating gently on this potential energy. Tune in to the center of your pelvis, the potential for life that you carry in your reproductive organs. And whether you have or will or never will bring new life through your reproductive organs, tune into that potential for creation that resides there. No matter how many times we create, there's always more potential for creation. And just really feel what that energy feels like without trying to think about what you'll use it for now. Just feel what that energy of potential feels like. And now we're going to bring that awareness up into the solar plexus. So we're not skipping chakras, we're just gathering the energy from the lower two chakras into the solar plexus. I often do this one at the heart, but today we're going to focus on the solar plexus, keeping the shoulders relaxed, the hands soft. Continue this breathing with the movement of the arms. Soft, relaxed breath, soft, relaxed body, and focusing on bringing the energy of potential into your center of power, of activation. What does that feel like to activate potential into manifestation? Notice if there's any emotions that arise from this. And just breathe into your solar plexus now. So this expanding and contracting is happening right in that space under the ribs. This is where the actual diaphragm muscle is. So see if you can get the diaphragm to open a little more. Drop it down into the belly. Relax on the exhale. And then with the next inhale, we're going to draw all this energy of potential that is activated in the solar plexus up through the heart, through our center of love, and bring it to the throat. So my hands are in front of my throat, my elbows are relaxing down, my shoulders are soft, and to continue to pulsate softly in the most easeful, relaxed way onto the throat chakra. Feeling what does that energy of potential feel like when it's activated by your personal power and expressed clearly through your voice or words. Breathing through the throat. Feel a softening in the front, back, and sides of the throat as you continue to gently connect with this energy of potential activated through the power of your being and expressed through your voice or words. And now bring your hands to face towards the heavens as if drawing all that energy through your crown and up, gazing up slightly. Feel that you are offering the potential of your being through your power of creation, through your expression of yourself towards the highest good. And feel that your offering is being received by that holy presence. And then a beautiful gift that is just for you is being offered. Relax your body, open your breath, and expand that space between your arms. Receive the gift that is being offered to you, and as you exhale, draw it down and into you, down through the crown, through the third eye, through the brain, the face, the throat, the heart, the solar plexus, through the kidneys and the navel sacral root all the way down, washing through your legs into the earth, and wrap it around you like a blanket of love. And just rest into this beautiful gift of life as you spiral the arms gently, rocking the weight forward and back, relaxing the body more. And just take a moment in stillness to be fully present with all these parts of you, the way that the divine energy expresses through you and no one else. See if you can witness the prism that you are. How is the divine light refracted through you? What are the colors that you express through your unique beingness? It's like a bird song. And let's connect with the earth energy now. And we're going to do these soft, gentle knee bends. So mobilizing the joints in the softest, subtlest way as my knees bend and straighten. I'm also thinking of my hips releasing down and opening to receive more healing energy from the earth. So let's cycle earth energy through the hips, inhaling through the balls of the feet, recognizing this point right here, the bubbling spring point at the ball of the foot, is where we're drawing that energy through. And the same with the hand, the Lao Gong point. So drawing earth energy up through the insides of the legs, in through the front of the pelvis, and then cycling it back and out and down the back. Inhaling, healing, cooling, soothing earth energy into the hips. Exhale, releasing any pain or stiffness, emotions or heat. Inhaling up through the inner legs into the hips, exhaling down. Washing our hips in the love of the earth, the healing, soothing balm of earth energy, clearing out any stagnation, any pain, any inflammation, any old stuck emotions. The hips carry emotions. Inhale, healing earth energy, allowing it to just gently bathe you in love, in soothing balm. And bring it up a little higher now, so it's still moving through the hips, but we're bringing it all the way up to the height of the kidneys now, and then washing down from the kidneys. So now we're going to be focusing more on the water element, moving through the earth, those underground waterways, pulling up that soothing, healing water, and then washing from the kidneys down any old trauma patterns, ancestral pain, inhaling, soothing water element up, exhale, flushing out fear and trauma, inhaling peace and wisdom, exhaling, clearing out that old pattern of pain. Inhale, bringing it up. Exhale, washing it out. And now we're going to bring this healing earth energy all the way up to the heart and just pause and send it into the heart. I like to just gently rest my fingertips on the sternum, and my hands are open to send energy from the palm to the heart. So breathing here, energizing the heart. We're still visualizing the energy flowing up through the legs, into the heart, and down through the back, out the back and down, but we're just going to hold the hands over the heart, energizing the heart. With each inhale, draw earth energy up through the feet, through the insides of the legs, through the front of the hips, through the belly into the heart. With each exhale, send that energy through from your fingertips and palms into the back of the heart and feel it flowing down towards the earth, down the back, over the kidneys, the hips, the legs, all the way back into the earth. And now we're going to shift the awareness into a heavenly connection. So draw that earth energy all the way up. Take your hands back down towards the earth. Bend the knees. Grab that healing earth energy. Draw it all the way up through the legs, through the torso, through the crown, all the way up to the heavens, opening to the heavens. And connect the energy of your palms to this vibrant heavenly energy. The heavenly energy is more fiery, hot, fast, bright. So draw this heavenly energy down into your heart. Your heart is the seat of fire. So drawing that into your heart. And now we'll take a similar loop. So bringing that fiery energy down the back of your neck, into the back of your heart, and out the front, back to heaven. So it's cycling down the back and out the front. And you may want to do soft knee bends here to just keep your lower half connecting to the earth as the upper half is connecting to the heavens. And now we're going to make it like a figure 8. Let's actually do the let's do this heavenly loop in the other direction so that it will cycle like a gear with the lower one. So we'll pull energy up from the earth into the front of the heart, through to the back of the heart, up the back to heaven, back down into the heart, through to the back and down into the earth. Feeling the beautiful water and fire elements blending into magical steam, transmuting into pure healing energy. Inhaling from the earth into the heart, through the back of the heart, up and over the crown into the heavens, back down into the heart, through the back and down into the earth. Release the hands to the sides and just float here for a moment, feeling this connection. And I'm feeling like it's the birds are just singing so much outside my house right now. I'm feeling like really inviting this bird energy in today. So let's do a little bit deeper knee bends as if we are preparing for flight. And notice where your knees start to feel like, oh, that's a little much. Go into that, but never go into the pain. Just start just feeling if your knees feel stiff. So I'm going to show a smaller version of this first, and then we'll go into the larger version. So feel like you're just like a little baby bird right now, trying out your wings and little bird legs. Let's think of like a heron or a stork because our legs are more like that. So we're trying out these new long legs and these new long wings, and then shifting to one side and up on the toes, down and up, down and up, getting a little bit of stretching in the legs and the arms. This is the exhale, this is the inhale. And always with these movements, start with the softest and most subtle, and then we'll end with the softest and most subtle. And then you can really allow your body to tell you how far it would like to go. So I'm beginning to bend more. I'm beginning to lift more, where I'm actually coming off of my toes. And then I begin to lift my other leg up and lift my arms higher. Or maybe your arms want to lift higher, but your legs don't. Or vice versa. Maybe your leg wants to lift high, but your arms don't. So letting yourself be with the movement where it feels really good in your body. Feeling your wings opening up. And then we'll bring it back down. Softer and more subtle. And just continue to undulate your flight feathers, your fingers, relaxing the shoulders. Maybe your arms are still following a little bit, or maybe it really comes back in. Let's actually take it to the most subtle. Relax the entire body and just caress the energy with your fingers. Feeling, again, that energy of potential that may become a wind beneath your wings. It may just be ruffling your feathers. It may be that it is like an egg to be birthing a whole new creation, a whole new baby, as it were, which does not necessarily mean a baby, but a new life in the form of your creation. Pausing to feel. Having a hard time seeing my clock, sorry. And let's actually do some of these things in a seated way because I'm feeling some interesting things coming through. Oh, I remember what I wanted to, what I was coming through. Now I remember. Okay, so I want to do this seated because I want to be able to focus. I know it gets to be a lot of standing meditation sometimes, and I want to be able to focus on the three parts of the breath. So when we were doing our first pulsation with the potential energy and then bringing it into the solar plexus and then the throat, these energy centers at the root, the solar plexus and the throat are very powerful energy centers, partly because of what they're connected to in our physical body. These three centers are where our body has diaphragm muscles. So the diaphragm muscle that we call the diaphragm is the one that is at the base of the rib cage, which is the primary breathing muscle. And so this muscle, the diaphragm, actually attaches to the entire rib cage, front and back. And then the other attachment is at the center of the body. It's like a circular attachment of cartilage at the center of our body. And so it actually creates a separation between the heart and lungs and the abdominal organs. And it moves down into the belly to allow the air to come into the lungs. And it moves up when we breathe out. Now at the pelvic floor, at the base of the pelvis, is another diaphragm. A diaphragm is just a circular muscle. And so at the base of the pelvis, this muscle attaches to all the 5 bones of the pelvis. The 5 bones of the pelvis are the pubic bone at the, I'm sorry, the pubic bone is actually 2 bones, and so that's why there's 5. The pubic bone is actually 2 bones, and then the tailbone is 1, and the 2 sit bones. So tailbone, sit bones, pubic bones, 5 bones, and they're all attached to this round muscle that is centered in between the genitals and the anus, but it's actually attached to the bones. It's not attached to the genitals and the anus. So that muscle also draws in and up, and it is the primary support muscle for all of your internal organs. And then the third diaphragm is at the throat. And the throat has also a muscle that is circular, that's attaching to the bones on the outside and around our esophagus and trachea on the inside. And so there's another muscle that contracts, and it feels like that's what makes you swallow, but there's more to it than that. Um, and so in yoga, we have 3 locks that we do. They're called bandhas. And when we use these 3 diaphragms in unison with our breathwork practice, then it creates a container. So when we have our pelvic floor lifting up and our throat engaging down, and our diaphragm also connecting the two, as it were. The diaphragm is the central diaphragm. When we put them all together, it's kind of an interesting dynamic that happens. So I actually want to explore how much of this we can feel and then do a little breath practice that's really about toning these three important muscles with the breath, and also feeling how you can create a greater container for your energy inside by using these um, activations of the three muscles. So we're going to start with just the lower two so that we don't get confused with all three all at once. So I wanted to explore first, how does it feel different if we inhale while contracting the pelvic floor? Because if we're contracting the pelvic floor in and up, and then the rib cage diaphragm, the breath diaphragm, is pressing down, those two are coming towards each other. Let's put them this way. So they're coming towards each other. Whereas usually what feels most natural is to drop them down together and pull them up together. So we're going to do the second one I said first. We're going to open them, we're going to drop them down together and pull them up together. And then we're going to go in opposite directions so we can feel how it feels different. So first, come into the awareness of the pelvic floor, opening, relaxing, bringing that important root center like a blossoming towards the earth with a deep inhale. And with the exhale, contract and lift up with the pelvic floor. Inhale, relax. And your abdominal diaphragm is going along for the ride right now. The focus is all in the pelvic floor. Inhaling to open, exhale, draw it in and up. Inhale, open. Exhale, contract, draw it in and up. Inhale, expand. Exhale, contract. Okay, with the next exhale, contract the pelvic floor and keep it there. So you have that lifting up, and then breathe into your diaphragm and feel that, breathe into your belly and feel your diaphragm muscle moving into that support. Feel how that compresses the internal organs a little bit. This is a good way to create more support, more lift, and more clearing of toxins. So inhale, relax the pelvic floor. Exhale, lift it in and up. And then inhale, breathe into the pelvic floor, breathing into the belly, sorry, feeling that resistance. And then exhale and relax. Inhale, expand the pelvic floor. Exhale, contract, lift it in and up. Hold it in and up as you inhale into the belly and feel that pressure from both directions. Exhale, relax. Inhale, open the pelvic floor, relax it. Exhale, contract, lift in and up. Hold that. Inhale into the belly, feeling that compression from both directions. And relax. I know this is very counterintuitive. My body's like, this isn't quite right. What are you doing right now? So let's put those two back together. So now that we've put a lot of focus in the pelvic floor, we're going to put it kind of in the back seat and let the pelvic floor be along for the ride and focus on the central diaphragm. But we still will have what we were doing initially, which is the inhale, relaxing the pelvic floor, exhale, pulling in and up. but now we're going to get more active in the central diaphragm. So inhaling, relax the pelvic floor, open the belly, breathe fully into the belly. Exhale, engage the pelvic floor and lift the abdomen in and up. So relax for a moment. Before we go any farther, I just want to mention one thing. This next exercise, if you are doing this on an empty stomach, you can get really engaged with the lifting in and up of your belly. If you have eaten within the last couple hours, you should be more gentle with this because we don't want to push the food back out. So I'm going to go for the biggest version of this in the demonstration, and I want you to know that you need to gauge according to whether there's food, undigested food in your belly still or not at this time. And if there is, then still do it, but don't go all the way to pulling it in as far as you can and up as far as you can. Just feel it in and up and then relax. And so we'll do that now. So inhale, open the belly, and I'm going to turn to the side here so you can see what it looks like when I do get it all the way in and up. And I'm initiating from the pelvic floor, lifting in and up, inhaling out, exhaling, lifting in and up. And then when I get to the end of the exhale, lift, press the belly in and up as far as I can. I don't know if this is very easy to see. I'll need to do it with a tight shirt next time. So I'm pulling my belly in and up towards the ribs as far as I can and supporting it from below with the pelvic floor. And then I relax before I inhale again. So it's a holding of the exhale to really get the complete pulling in and up. I think I couldn't do it all the way while talking, but I think you got the idea. So we'll do that a couple more times and then we'll add in our upper diaphragm. So inhaling, opening the lower two diaphragms. Exhale, engaging from the pelvic floor through the belly and pushing all the air out. And then lifting in and up at the end of the exhale. And then we relax before we inhale. Good. And now we're going to add in the upper diaphragm. And what this looks like is a throat lock. So we actually bring the chin towards the sternum, towards the notch in your throat. Depending on how long or short your neck is, your chin might actually go into that notch. And again, this may feel constricting, uncomfortable, so gauge it to your body, soften it at first as you're getting used to it, and then you can build up to it. This practice, when done daily on an empty stomach, can completely shift a lot of things that happen in the digestive system, in terms of clearing out toxins, in terms of internal organs being in their proper places. Sometimes over time they get saggy or out of place. So this is a really valuable practice to do daily on an empty stomach and of course at your own level. So we'll inhale all the way. So I'm going to talk through it and then we'll start doing it. So we'll be inhaling, expanding all of the diaphragm. So everything is open on the inhale. And then as we exhale, we start from the pelvic floor, lift in and up, bring the belly in and up. And then at the very end, when it's in and up as far as your body is going to take it for today, then bring the chin down. And this is creating a container. And this is a held exhale. So we don't want to hold it beyond our capacity to hold the exhale. We want to lift the chin, relax the belly before we inhale. So before you get to the point where you're going to gasp for breath, you lift your chin and then you inhale. So that's the trickiest part, I think, of the whole thing, because we don't want to try to breathe when everything's contracted like that. All right, so let's just prepare with 3 slow, deep, relaxed breaths. And just allowing the breath to flow into any places that might be tight, any overthinking that might be happening right now, and just relaxing. And we'll do one more slow, deep breath. And on the exhale, contract the pelvic floor. This is the Mula Bandha, the root lock. And continue exhaling, pressing the belly back and in. When all of the air is out, lift the abdomen in and up towards the lungs and bring the chin down. Hold the exhale, but not until you're going to burst. Before you need to inhale, lift the chin, relax the belly, and breathe. So we all have different capacities for these breath exercises. So it's very important to follow your body awareness here and pay attention to how much your body would like to contract and how long you would like to hold the exhale. So coming back into the slow, deep belly breath. And as we prepare to go again, now that we're getting the basic structure of the exercise, let's bring in the awareness that we were focusing on earlier. So as we do these slow, deep preparatory breaths, tune in to that energy of potential at the core of the pelvis. And with the next exhale, as you engage the pelvic floor, feel that you are physically lifting that energy of potential up through your abdomen as the abdomen moves back into your solar plexus. And then at the end of the exhale, you continue lifting that in and up, and then bringing the chin down, lock it in with your center of expression. Hold that potential, knowing when it will be time to unleash it onto the world. And when you can hold the exhale no longer, lift the chin, relax the belly, and breathe, and feel that energy of potential washing through you, awakening what needs to be enlivened to bring this creation into being. And as you come back to relaxed breathing, tune into your body awareness and notice where where there may be tension, where you're needing extra attention, what is calling the energy to be healed or cleared. And we'll go again on your next exhale, containing that energy of potential in the pelvic floor. Lift it up towards the solar plexus, drawing the belly in and up, and then contain it with the throat chakra, holding that energy of potential within you until it is ripe and ready to be expressed. And when you can hold the exhale no longer, lift the chin, relax the belly, and breathe. Breathe as if you are being breathed by the energy of potential. Receive it into every part of your being. Welcome that breath. Welcome the life force energy to course through you. And now drop your awareness down again into the core of the pelvis, the energy of potential, breathing new life into this space. And as you exhale, squeeze it and lift it, pull it up towards the solar plexus, draw the belly in and back. And as at the very end, tuck the chin, contain it within you, hold, and when it is time to release, lift the chin, relax the body, and breathe. And let's drop in deeper into this energy etherically, tuning in to what the energy of potential feels like when it is activated through you, when it is expressed clearly. So now we're going to continue with slow, deep breaths and really tune into feeling how that energy flows through you. Gently tone the throat chakra. So we're going to bring more awareness now into the upper diaphragm. We focused more on the lower ones and just used the upper to contain. Now we're going to tune into the connection between the middle diaphragm and the upper. So tone the throat gently so there's a soft, subtle sound as the breath passes through the throat. It's like when you're breathing on your glasses to clean them, that but we do it on the inhale and exhale, breathing through the nose. And it's really a sound for you. Even if we were sitting in the room together, I wouldn't need to hear the sound. This sound is an internal sound for you to focus energy into the throat chakra. And so as you tone the breath through the throat with this sound, send it down through the solar plexus and drop the diaphragm down. And as you continue to tone the breath through the throat, lift the diaphragm up fully on the exhale. Feeling that connection between the throat and the solar plexus. Noticing how sometimes when we feel disempowered, it's because we haven't used our voice. And sometimes we won't use our voice because we feel disempowered or we're experiencing fear. So feel right now that you are creating a clear line of communication between these two important centers. And invite that communication in a clear, healthy way where you, as you breathe in, your throat is saying, hey, solar plexus, is there anything that I need to know to express myself more clearly? And then as you exhale, your solar plexus is communicating to your throat. Hey, I feel really powerful, or oh, this thing is coming up for me and I'm not ready to express. Just tuning into what that communication is between your throat and your solar plexus. Continue to do this ujjayi sounding breath through your throat and flip the conversation. So now when you inhale, bringing your awareness into your solar plexus, invite a communication from your throat, as if your solar plexus were asking your throat, what do you need from me to express yourself more clearly and lovingly? And then your throat is answering, this is what I need. This is what is getting in my way. And now we'll do this breath a little bit longer. This is a very soothing, healing, and focusing breath. We'll do this breath a little longer, and now keeping that communication line open between the throat and the solar plexus, ask them what other centers do they need more support from in order to bring this fully empowered expression into the world. And when you get a response, just send that energy into whichever centers are being called on and invite them into the conversation. Maybe they will say, what do you need from me, solar plexus, throat, to help you bring this empowered expression into the world? And then receive the response. Now release the sounding breath and just return to slow, deep, natural breath. Just take a moment more to rest in this energy and witness the potential coming to life within you. This would be a really great time if you have time to do some journaling or just take a quick note if you need to come back to this conversation later. And thank you so much for sharing and practice with me this morning.